Woo! Good morning, friends. I got the hiccups. This is my awesome outfit to go feed the horse. Oh my gosh. So, I talked to a friend of mine yesterday. Hi, Miss Sheila. And, she said that God gives the toughest journeys to the ones he loves the most. I'm going to call this video the hiccups. Oh my gosh. So God gives the toughest journeys to the ones he loves the most. And maybe it's not God dishing out the difficulties. Maybe it's the darker side of life. Maybe it's the one we don't speak of. That's giving out the difficulties. Because the darkness doesn't want the light. The darkness doesn't want the goodness. The darkness doesn't want to see people shine. The darkness doesn't want the light to be found. The darkness wants to hide all of that. And so there are times where I believe God tests us and God gives us difficulties, but I believe there are times, such as now, we're living in a time of spiritual warfare, where the difficulties and challenges I don't think are any longer handed out by God. I think that they're coming from the place of darkness to try to get us to fall off the path, to get us to give up, to get us to go back to the way things were in the past, drinking, drugging, self-righteousness, ego involved, blah, blah, blah. I think that's why the tests are so hard right now, is because it's the darkness trying to get us to come back. We have been I cannot get these hiccups. Oh my gosh. We've been on a journey, my husband and myself and our family, he and I have been together since 2008, so we're talking 15 years. Going on 16 years, I think. Holy Chicago, that's nuts. We've been together for that amount of time, and the amount of crazy shit that we have gone through, the amount of crazy shit that we have encountered, the amount of crazy shit that has thrown us off the course is mind-blowing. Like, absolutely mind-blowing. And Miss Sheila said yesterday, y'all deserve way more than what you're being handed. And I said, everything happens for a reason, and everything leads us to where we're supposed to be. And even if it is the dark challenges, even if it is the darkness trying to knock us down off the path, even if it's the hiccups trying to stop this video, it's all there to make us stronger. And that's how I look at, everything. And even the fucking 5G towers that they've got out there in the world right now. I'm like, all right, you're turning me into an X-Men. Be pretty effing powerful after this. I'm not gonna allow anything anymore to hold me back. Everything that I've accomplished, grown through, overcome, I can't fall down anymore. What would be the point? What would have been the struggle of all, or what would have been of all of this struggle in my past to give up now? So I guess the message today is, no matter what you're going through, no matter what difficulties are in your corner, no matter what life, universe, darkness, God, whoever you want to believe in that's handing you whatever you're getting, no matter what it is, I promise you, you can get up today. You can get up today. You can get up when you're ready and move forward from it. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm finally going to share with you the full extent of what we've been dealing with, going through everything. So if you haven't seen a previous video, our daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes on November 4th, 2023. So we've been at it a little over a month. I believe on November 7th, 2023, after 5 years with the same company, after 15 years of friendship with this company, my husband was fired. Illegally fired. And he was let go because his boss felt that he should not be at home with his daughter who almost died, but his boss felt like he should be at his store working, even though they were at the last bits of the season where they in the summer they make $14,000 a day. In the winter months before Thanksgiving and before Christmas, they make $800 to $1,200 a day. He had the shop fully staffed. He was still able to do the online stuff that needed to be done from home, but he took that time off to be with his kid that almost died. And his boss didn't like that very much. And his boss, I guess, had this oh my gosh, had this anger and resentment because Chris had told him in advance that he was planning to leave, that this was his last season so that he could start and grow his own business, and wanted to see what it was like to jump out and try on his own, and he be the one that's making millions of dollars and see what happens. And so his boss resented him for that. His boss resents me because of my viewpoints in life when it comes to feeding people meat, dairy, and eggs. And so Chris lost his job. No warning. Chris had done the smart thing, or so we thought, all these years prior, where he spread his pay out, and he chose to take less pay 12 months of the year so that we were getting a paycheck throughout the winter, and not take the larger paycheck from March to November. So he was let go without being given any of that back pay. It comes to $11,000. How funny if it would have been $11,111, but I don't know the exact amount. Anywho, he's owed $11,000. Chris wanted to keep this relationship and be kind. He wanted to, the guy had surgery on his neck, like 2 days after they closed. Chris sent him well wishes. Chris was like, dude, I hope that you recover well. Even after what was done to him, even after what that dude did, Chris wanted to be kind. A series of events has taken place where now, he's not able to be kind. That guy took the money that he's owed and that he's deserved, and Chris needed to get to a place where he had to realize, he's got to stand up for himself, and he's got to get what he deserves, and he deserves that money. And so it took Chris getting to a really low point to be able to understand that he needs to be paid. We've gone through this last month, paying cash for everything when it comes to Lillian. For example, this is the receipt of everything that we had to purchase for her diabetes. And this isn't even everything. We left things at the pharmacy. We went with the base amount that we could get by with to be able to have her survive with her diabetes. Guess what the grand total is, guys, for 1 month of survival. 1 month of survival. And I guess, you know what, let's rewind a little bit. With technology today, it is more expensive. It's about $387 more expensive per month for the continuous glucometer meter that we put on her arm so she doesn't have to prick her finger all day, all night. So with the CGM devices, it does increase the cost. Without the CGM devices, it would still be $800 a month. With the CGM, continuous glucometer meter, $1,266 for 1 month of survival for my kid. We went 24 hours because we decided we can't afford to get another one, and she was begging, so I called my mom. And she helped us out, which was really kind. I never thought I would be back in a place where I had to ask people for help. I never thought I would be back in a place. We got a huge amount of help from somebody, And that was right when it all happened, because I saw a million bills ahead of us in our future, which they've come in. $15,000 for the ICU visit, $4,000 for the transport. We have not received the one emergency room visit where she was here at the Outer Banks Hospital, but I can tell you it's probably around $1,000. And we have not received the laboratory. I believe that's separate. The laboratory bills yet. So all in all, we're looking at like $20,000 for it was 48 hours total time that she was in hospital care. 48 hours, $20,000. We received great help from somebody, and that's made it so we could pay our bills and not be out of our house in the next 90 days. We went from making 3 times the amount that Chris is now making with the juice shop, down to what he's making with the juice shop. We are in the middle of winter, and it is tourist town season here. There is very few people, but thank goodness most of our clientele is local, which is really great. I'm so grateful for that. But it's hard and it's scary. And I'm getting ready to apply for food stamps, and I'm getting ready to apply, I don't think they call them food stamps anymore, but I'm getting ready to apply for those benefits that we deserve. We fed into the corporation game for the last, I've done it, I've been in the working field for 24 years. Chris has probably been in the working field for 34 years. Each paycheck, they take 24% of your paycheck. And it's not to help you. It's like they say it's to help you, but truly it's to pay the congressman in Washington their $400,000 a month or $400,000 a year salary, because they've been there for the last 40 years and they just fall asleep sitting in the chair. They're not even working anymore. But that $400,000 definitely pays for their lake house and their beach house in Cape Cod and their townhome in Washington, D.C. Like, whatever the fuck they're doing, that's where our money's going. And I used to feel so ashamed to go and apply for these benefits. I used to feel so broken in the process. And now I'm like pissed off and angry that in order for my kid to live, you're gonna charge me $20,000 up front and $1,000 a month after that. My kid is not a fucking car payment or a house payment, y'all. Like, that's a house payment. Our medical industry system is broken. If a little girl is expected, or a little girl's family is expected to pay $20,000 down payment and $1,000 a month to keep your child alive, what the F are we doing, y'all? So, I was saying earlier, if you're feeling broken, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling alone, if you're feeling like you're floundering, you're not the only one. And I know there's a lot of us out there that are going through this stuff right now too. I can tell you that as bad as it feels today right now, the sun will shine again. I hope you can see that. I think you can see that. The sun will shine again. The sun will come up tomorrow. It might not look exactly the same as you thought it was going to look, but it will come up tomorrow. It will get better. There will be another day. All the things. And you just gotta have hope. You just gotta keep praying. You just gotta know that it's gonna get better. Because I've been in these dark places before. I've been there coming off of opioids and detoxing and thinking I was gonna die. And Jesus came to me that night. That was one of my big awakening moments. And told me it's all gonna be all right and comforted me. And I was able to sleep. And I was able to get up the next morning and I was able to start taking care of my kids again. You just got to put one foot in front of the other, no matter what's going on. No matter what huge wall is ahead of you, you will climb it. You will get over it. You will make it through. You just have to want to. You just have to choose to. You just have to decide to. You just put one foot in front of the other and you will make it. It's all about choices. It's all about how you want to look at things. Chris is now he's got a lawyer. He's a friend of ours and has been for a couple of years, even through our divorce stuff. Like, we never got divorced, but our separation, like, that was the lawyer we were hanging out with. I guess Chris was hanging out with him. But yeah, it's interesting where the world takes us and the journey that it takes us on, and the friends that show up when you need them most. It's not an easy ride by any means, but it teaches us something. And this last journey has taught me to hang on to my family, that my family is the most important thing that I need to hang on to. And all the rest can fall away. All the rest can be let go. But it's my family that matters. So with all of that said, with this new journey that we have been taken on, and I feel like this whole thing with going into the juice business full force and jumping in, taking this leap of faith, I feel like it's going to pay off in huge ways for us and our family. And maybe this was God. Maybe this wasn't darkness that just gave him the push that he needed to help him take the leap of faith, to know that he's wonderful and that he's going to do awesome and that everything's going to work out. It's always darkest before the dawn. It's always darkest before the dawn. But that sun will shine again. That storm will clear, and there will be rainbows afterwards. And let me tell you guys, I see rainbows almost every day. They've got all these lovely chemtrail things that they're doing up in the sky. If you don't know what those are, go look them up. I like to look at those as X-Men mutators. Like, they're trying to kill us, but they're only making us stronger. With all those lovely chemtrails in the sky, the cloud formations are phenomenal, and there's rainbows every day, but we just got to choose to look for them. I know this kind of rambled. I know this kind of went off course a little bit, but I do know that there was powerful words of wisdom in this little conversation. So with all of that said, I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope that it made you laugh in one way or another. I got rid of my hiccups by doing this video, so that was handy. So yeah, now you guys know everything that's been going on. I've been quiet and not wanting to share it, but I guess today was the day. Everything works out the way that it's meant to, and it's all going to be okay. I know it's going to be okay, no matter how it works out. If I lose my car, if we lose Chris's car, if we have no car, if we have no home, we will have each other, and that's truly all that matters. So thank you to the huge support that we've received from people. I can't tell you how helpful it's been. Know that you kept this family afloat for a long time now. To all of the awesome people out there that just show support through love, kindness, helping out with the kids, or, buying our juices. We appreciate you. We are so grateful for you. There's a huge murmuration of birds. Murmuration's a new vocabulary word for you today. That just almost flew in front of my car. It's a magical world we be living in. And I'm grateful for the experience. No matter how shitty it can get, I'm grateful. So with all that said, so much peace, so much love. No hands, ma. So much namaste. That's the mom leg. If you don't have a mom leg, you need to get one. You can totally drive your car just with your thigh alone. I bet a lot of people can do the mom leg. It might be sexist to call it a mom leg. Yeah, it's definitely a mom leg. We are so good at multitasking and doing all the million things that we need to do, including putting makeup on in the car if we need to do that. I do that in the summer when I'm performing. All right, again, rambling. Sorry, guys. I'm out here. Peace, love, namaste, hasta la pasta, my friends. Peace.